Welcome to Math 201, Calculus 1 at Salisbury University. I'm your instructor, Alex Halprin, and I'll be going over the course format in this video. First off, how do you get to the course website? Go to salisbury.edu, faculty and staff, my classes, log in. You may have to enter your SU username and password. Courses, and you're looking for that course. Here's where the video is if you ever want to watch it again. In the meantime, I'm going to go into the syllabus. This is especially for people taking the course asynchronously. People taking the course in person. I will go over this a little bit again the first day of class. Anyway, it's my info. Best ways to contact me if it's not urgent is email. If it is urgent, you can call me. After class, I'll be available. If I'm not able to stay in the classroom, then I will be available either for you to email me or call me or Zoom with me. This is the textbook information, but please don't buy it. You should have already received an ebook when you signed up for the course. You should already have paid for it. If not, then let me know. If you're taking the course in person synchronously, then this is when we meet. This is where we meet. If you are someone who plans to take the course synchronously, but you're not able to make it to the classroom, maybe because you live in another city or state, then you can Zoom in. You can just click Start right there. But again, this is only for people who are taking the course synchronously online. It is not for people who are taking the course. That Zoom link is not for people taking the course in person, right? If you're taking the course in person, I want you to be in class. Anyway, this is a flipped classroom, which means that you're going to be watching a video and taking notes with the video. Then during class, you can ask me any questions you want about the video. You'll take a course on the previous class's material, and then you're going to be doing practice problems throughout the class. Then after class, you're going to be doing homework problems, online homework problems based on what you were doing in class. And then you're going to study for the next day's quiz on the material that you just learned. To show you where these modules are, right, if we go to home, if we scroll all the way down, forget that. Here's the first module, right, topic 1, section 2.2. You don't need to watch the video yet if, it's before the first day. I'll go over that the first day for synchronous students, and for asynchronous students, you can just watch this video the first day of class. But this is the PDF of the notes. These are videos of my doing the lecture and guided practice parts of the video. Then you have the next topics for the next day's class, etc., etc. Course schedule is here. It is subject to change, but I probably won't change too much. Just want to note that Thursday the 19th, we will not be having class. That's Juneteenth. Note that there are 4 exams and a final exam. Homework will be given online through a system called WebAssign. To access WebAssign, on the home page, just click WebAssign. If you want to access the ebook, just click ebook. And if you want to access an individual assignment, they're all listed here. Okay. There's a quiz basically every day with maybe 1 or 2 exceptions, and if we don't have an exam. Quizzes are graded on a Mastery Progressing Needs Improvement scale. Nothing is out of 10. Mastery means you got every question on the quiz correct. Progressing means you got something wrong. Needs improvement means you probably got multiple questions wrong. Very high standard, right? Because the only way to improve your grade is to get a mastery on a quiz. However, if you don't master a quiz, then you can retake it. There are 4 midterm exams and a final exam. Each question is graded on that same Mastery Progressing Needs Improvement scale. So what that means is, for example, exam 1, there are 5 questions. Suppose that you answer the first 4 of them. Suppose you get a mastery on each of the first 3. Maybe you got the 4th one wrong, so that's a progressing, and you didn't even attempt that 5th one. because you just weren't able to study that material. The next exam will have 11 questions, the first 5 of which will be on these topics that were quizzed on exam 1, and then these 6 new topics that will be on exam 2. You can answer questions that you have not mastered. So on exam 2, you would not answer these first 3 that you've already mastered, but you could answer these 2 previous questions along with these 6 new questions, right? So for that reason, you can periodically redo exam questions that you didn't master. The name of the game is Masteries. Your course grade, as you'll see in a second, depends on the number of exam questions that you have mastered by the end of the semester. If you're taking the course asynchronously, I do need you to take the exams the day of the exams. Doesn't need to be during class, but it needs to be the day of the exam. If that's going to be a problem, then please contact me. This is how I determine course grades. You need to do enough of your homework. You have unlimited attempts. That shouldn't be a problem. You need to master sufficiently many quizzes. That shouldn't be a problem because you can redo the quizzes whenever you want. It's really going to come down to exams. What exams right here? Okay. In order to get an A, you'll need to have mastered 22 out of 27 exam questions by the end of the semester. Now, there are 5 attempts, right, because the final exam also counts. And remember, you can redo questions you got wrong on future exams. But exams are where you really want to put in a bunch of effort. That's the most serious part of this course. There is also a final exam the last day of class. You need to just put in a somewhat decent effort to get that A. But just to be clear, to get an A, for example, you need to do all of these conditions, right? If one of these conditions is at the B level, usually it would probably be the exams, then you would get a B. I'll go over that many more times during class, so if you have questions, then please email me or ask me during class. Here's the statement about disabilities. If you have any sort of accommodation request, then please visit or contact the DRC at SU. I want to give you the accommodations you deserve, but I need to have that paperwork. There's also a blurb about academic conduct. Please try to check your email once per day. And that's it. Any other questions, please email me or ask me in class. Welcome. Can't wait to work with you.